Hello, and welcome to the University of New Haven's COVID-19 campus update. My name is Summer McGee, and I'm the Dean of the School of Health Sciences here at the University of New Haven, as well as the university's COVID-19 coordinator. I would like for just the next few minutes to share with you an important update about our campus operations and how the health of our campus has been improving over the last week since we took a pause in on-ground instruction and decided to study in place. It is my pleasure to share with all of you that we have been steadily seeing our cases dropping day over day for the last week since we put our study in place action together. Our new cases over the last 7 days have dropped to just 25, which is a drop of more than 17 cases over the previous day. Overall, our total active number of cases is now just 62, down from a high of 142 a little over a week ago. We do currently have two active faculty and staff cases. Both of these are faculty and staff who acquired COVID-19 off campus through non-work related activity. Overall, since our semester began, we have had more than 160 cumulative cases, but 108 of these have already recovered, have completed their isolation, and have returned to campus since the beginning of our semester. At present, we have 47 residential students that are isolating, as well as 15 students who are commuters who are presently in isolation. Our on-campus quarantine numbers have significantly dropped since our last campus-wide update due to the fact that Winchester Hall is no longer under a building-wide quarantine. Our off-campus numbers are also dropping steadily, consistent with the fact that we have fewer cases right now, as well as fewer students that need to quarantine as a result of those cases. To give you some perspective on what we've been seeing over the last month, I'm sharing with you that since our semester began back in August, we of course had a very, very low number of cases for the first 6 weeks. Beginning in early October, of course, we experienced a very significant spike of almost 40 cases on one day in the first week of October. As you've seen over time, we've had a series of smaller spikes, but now if you look at the overall trend line, our cases are steadily declining. We are also seeing, of course, not only are new cases declining reported from all sources, both on and off campus tests that are reported to the university, we're also seeing in our weekly testing numbers of the tests that we are doing here through the University of New Haven with Yale New Haven Health System, both on campus as well as at an off-campus testing site, that our positivity rates have begun to drop significantly. So throughout the first 6 weeks of the semester, as you will recall, we had virtually no positivity on our campus. But for the week of 10/5, we ended up having a little over 6.5% of positivity amongst all the tests that we did on our campus. As those numbers were increasing, of course, this is when we put in place our study in place order and our change to orange status. Last week, fortunately, through all the surveillance testing that we did across all of our residential students across our campus, as well as some commuter students as well, we saw more than a 50% drop in our testing positivity on our campus. We think this is an incredibly good sign. We're also seeing that same trend in the overall number of cases that we have on our campus, and we expect to see an even bigger drop later this week once we've completed all of our remaining on-campus testing. At this point, we're only receiving 1 or 2 positive cases a day, which is also an incredibly encouraging sign. But it also is something that we have to put into context. We did and made a lot of sacrifices and took a lot of very progressive action to make sure that the spread on our campus was stopped. When we resume on-ground activity on October 26th, it is absolutely critical that we go back to those basics and become just as vigilant as we were for those first 6 weeks of the semester. All of this hard work can be erased through the actions of a few individuals not taking precautions and not doing what they need to do to protect themselves and others from COVID-19. If we put those public health precautions in place, all of this incredibly hard work on behalf of our students and our faculty and staff can continue, and we will continue to see low numbers in terms of total cases and our testing positivity rate for the remainder of the semester. The ability to do that is in the hands of all of us. We know what it takes to keep these numbers low and to make these numbers low, and we have to unite together as a campus community to do so. I also want to share with you for students who live in our residence halls how we're doing as a residential community. We do see now that we have the largest number of cases is in our West Side Hall. This number of 9 total cases has dropped significantly from where it was over a week ago. Winchester Hall, which had at one time 20 active cases, is now down to 7, but we do still have a considerable number of cases across our campus community. And so this is why it is so important for us to remain vigilant. We are still identifying new positives in our campus community, both on and off campus. So it is not time to let up. Even though we are planning to ease some of these restrictions on campus operations, it is absolutely critical that we stay the course, that we take all the precautions necessary to keep our campus community healthy. I want to thank you for all the incredibly hard work and the diligence that every single one of you have showed while we went through this recent increase in cases. Your attention to what we needed to do is why our numbers are declining and why we are doing so well. All we have to do is keep it up for another 4 weeks, keep everybody healthy and safe, and we will have successfully completed our fall 2020 semester in the midst of a pandemic through incredibly hard work on the part of everyone in our Charger community. So I want to thank you for that hard work that you have already done and you have been doing all semester, and ask you to please keep it up so we can finish strong in this fall 2020 semester, healthy and happy as a united Charger community. Thank you for your attention and have a great day.